if you're watching this, you're likely an owner or a founder at a B2B or a SaaS company looking for the best way to grow his business. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I guarantee you at the end of this video, you'll have all the information you need on which acquisition channel you should use depending on the growth stage you're at. So these are the tactics I used when I was working as a growth manager inside a fast-growing SaaS company that was making over 100K in monthly recurring revenue. So I'm going to show you basically what works at the moment depending on which growth stage you're at. If you're only in the go-to-market stage looking to find your first client and make your first $1,000 every single month, or if you're already making over 100K in monthly recurring revenue and looking to scale beyond this. So without further ado, let's get into it. So all through my journey of working with over dozens of SaaS on their lead generation operations and strategy, I've seen lots of different mistakes, like early SaaS trying to make way too technical acquisition channels too early on and ended up actually burning themselves and their company. Some company were trying to hire sales team way too early when there is actually no need at all and they were not even making any money in. And some actual company had like so much to leverage in terms of lead generation, but they actually never took the opportunity. So my goal with this video is to help you make the right decisions when it comes to lead generation, avoid you making the big mistakes which are costing you a lot of time and a lot of money, which could end up in burning your company, and actually give you a shot in running a successful business. So we've got three main categories. We've got what we call inbound marketing, which is when the customer actually comes to you based on information you've put out there. So either that's through content creation on social media, so LinkedIn posts, so SEO, so articles, so YouTube videos. So you do some information on internet and people come to you. Or you've got what is called outbound marketing. So you're the one chasing the customer. You're the one doing cold outreach, doing DM, doing advertising. So you're putting yourself in front of the customer and trying to get a meeting or a sign up with them. And then the last one, the last family, you've got referrals. So these are people in your network, people in your connection. So these are the three main categories of acquisition channel we're going to look into, and we're going to see which one you should use depending on which growth stage you are at. So a strong SaaS that is doing well in business was usually run three of these acquisition channel with a kind of well-balanced one ratio with all of these. So they'll be doing inbound, outbound, and referral. So first off, let's have a look at the three type of growth stage we can find for SaaS companies. So you've got your stage one, which is 0 to 10K a month, which I call the go-to-market. So you're trying to find your first client. You're trying to get your first like market feedback, your first testimonial. You're really like, it's the product launch of your SaaS company. You got stage two from 10K to 100K a month. Now, please keep in mind, these are like average number from what I see working with clients. This is where you scale. You actually got your first testimonial. Your product is running. You've got a few like interesting use case and you're really trying to get as much as people as possible. And you've got the stage three where you're making over 100K per month. And this is like dominance. So you're probably in the top 10 in your industry as for your SaaS. And you're really looking to grab as much market share and a place as possible and really getting those big clients. So for each of these stages, you should use a very specific channel acquisition because your budget is not going to be the same, your time is not going to be the same, and the efficiency of the overall strategy will drastically change over all of these depending on the specifics you have, like the amount of clients, etc. So let's get into the stage one, go to market. So the first stage is probably the hardest because you usually, unless you've been backed by funds, you don't have much budget, you probably don't have much experience, and you're trying to figure everything out at the start. So what I recommend you, even though it's the hardest part, obviously, this doesn't mean it's going to be a longer stage, but it's going to be hard. But I recommend you to delegate the less as possible. You need to basically figure everything out yourself. You need to figure out the sales, the operations, like all the different type of the business, because this will give you the strong foundations for you when you scale. You can actually like really help more your team. I've seen some funders, some founders who raise some funds, didn't want to look into operation, didn't want to look into any of the sales. And then once the company start growing, they are all confused when something happens. They don't know how to manage it at all. So you need to understand in deep how your company is running. And the best way to do that is to do everything yourself at the beginning. So you want to be doing your first demo calls yourself, and this is going to give you some raw market feedback, which is going to be crucial and essential for you in order to then probably adjust your pricing, adjust your product market fit, adjust the features of your overall SaaS company. So let's have a look at the beginning, how to find your first clients for your SaaS if you're at a low like low stage. The first thing I would do before doing any type of outreach is really working on your offer. Your offer needs to be as attractive as possible, especially today. The SaaS industry is pretty competitive. So your offer needs to be high value. So you need to be solving something like a deep problem, or like bringing something really good for your clients. So this can be either related to money. I'm going to help you make more money. I'm going to help you save more time, or I'm going to help you like on your status or your health, like something that people actually care about at the end of the day. And they need to be very low risk, especially today, all the big SaaS, whether that's through like a sales outbound, like any type of SaaS, they have very low interior risk. People don't know you, you need to have low risk. So you need to offer like guarantees. You need to offer a free 14 days trial at the beginning, because people don't know you. People, if you don't have like a big image on the internet, they're not going to probably trust your SaaS. So by offering like a free door, like a free ticket through the door, that's going to be the best way for you to onboard people and then get some feedback and get your first clients in. So this is crucial. Work on an offer. If your offer is not going to be good, you can have the best acquisition channel in the world. If your offer sucks, it's not going to help you at all, and it's just going to be like it's going to be slowing you down. It's like having a Ferrari, but your tires are burst. So you've got like this really good engine, but you're like you're slowing down basically. So let's look at the right acquisition channel you can use. So for outreach, I would recommend you doing cold email and LinkedIn DM, but I would recommend you to do it yourself, simply because you're not going to have much money at this stage, and your ROI is still going to be small because you're still trying to figure out the pricing. So what I would recommend you to do is use a tool like Lemlist and Olaxy. I've seen many SaaS companies do this at the beginning and find some great clients using this. This will cost you like between $100 and $200 for the entire sales stack per month. It's pretty easy to use. Just watch some YouTube video, and it will give you like so much experience using this. Content creation, I would recommend you to do it at the beginning. It's not going to cost you anything. It's probably going to be a bit scary if you've never done it before. You're probably not used to it, but as in today's age, it is so crucial, and you're going to be like so thankful to yourself 1 year later when you've actually like documented your SaaS journey, and you've like really took the habit of doing this early on. You'll be so happy you did it. And at the beginning, it's probably going to take you a lot of time because you're not used to it. It's a whole it's really a skill to master. It's not going to cost you any money, and the ROI is going to be low, but you should do it just as a habit, and because you'll be happy you have done it later on. So what I will recommend you to do, and what I've seen some great results with my clients, what they have done, is at least like 3 posts a week on LinkedIn. Try to do YouTube if you can. So really speak about your industry, what problems people usually have, and how your solution is helping them solve this problem. If you already have a client who's using your product, please showcase this on LinkedIn, on YouTube. It will help them massively. And you want to interact with leader in your industry. This is a great way to steal a bit of their market share. People will be interested. It's a win-win for everyone, and it's just going to accelerate your growth. And then you've got referrals. So this is what you need to actually leverage the most when you're starting out, because it's not costing you much time, and time is the only resource you have when you start anyway. It's not costing you any money, and you're going to have a very high ROI. Every big business, they started with people inside their connection most of the time. So try to figure some people in your family. So try to find some people inside your family. Try to find some people maybe in your old job, some people inside your network. Try to attend some free events, some free webinars, and basically just network with people. It's not going to cost you anything, and it might get you your first client through the door, or like the people who's interested might know someone. So this is the best thing you should do at the beginning. Now, if you have to remember one thing, is whether you're selling a really low ticket, like a CRM solution at $30 per month, or like a high fintech solution, I would recommend to hop on the sales calls with every single interested person. Don't try to do like automated sign up. People, you send emails and people go to the website and like try to automate the all onboarding. You want to actually like talk to your customers, really understand what are their problem, because this is going to help you adjust so much all of your solution later on. So now let's move into stage 2, which I'll call the growth stage. So you're probably making around 10 to 100K per month. And now you've got a bit of budget, you've got a bit of feedback on your SaaS, and you really want to scale and see like how far you can take this thing. So you can start doing some advertising. So you can do some Google ads, some LinkedIn ads. It is pretty expensive, but you can find some good clients using this. I would recommend you to keep a 3-to-1 ratio. So for every $1 you invest with like a marketing agency, or if you do it yourself, you need to be seeing at least $3 put back into your company. This is going to help you scale and do like some healthy situations, some healthy foundations to help you scale with advertising. So I would recommend doing Google, LinkedIn. Honestly, I've seen some clients do it. I'm not sure about the numbers. Each time I ask about a client who is doing LinkedIn advertising, I've never seen like some really positive answers. Whereas Google, I've seen some company really use it and have some great clients. Outreach, cold email, this is super important. I would recommend you to scale this as much as possible, simply because at this point you can afford to hire a lead gen agency, and it's not going to cost you much. It's going to bring you like a pretty good income, and the ROI is going to be very high for the amount invested. So find a cold email agency in your industry. If you want to take that route, we can help you do this on a pay-per-call basis, which you're going to have a super big ROI by using cold email agency with us. We've done this over a dozen of time. And if we look at acquisition costs for all type of SaaS, if we took like all industry aside, the average acquisition cost is $700. If we look at every type of industry, it's between $500 to $2,000. If we look at every type of marketed channels, you're looking to acquire a client between $900 to $2,000 if you're doing outbound. We will do this for you at a half of the price, so it can be very interesting. For content creation, you probably have more skills at this moment, so I would recommend really like going down into LinkedIn, YouTube, try to do some like PE, some article with press and some SEO. So it's not going to take you much time, it's not going to take you much money, and it's going to start to accumulate over time and get more and more inbound leads, which is what you should be aiming for in the long run. Referrals at this point is not going to help you grow massively. Obviously, it's still good to leverage. So for content creation, you can do some webinars and then do like an hour webinar, 45 minutes of free value and 15 minutes of like showing some case studies, pitching your product. You need to figure out basically what's your funnel when it comes to content creation. Attend some podcasts, probably work with some content experts. There's a few big agencies out there doing LinkedIn content creation for companies, which are creating some massive brands and some massive value for the company. Now, stage number 3, 100K a month and plus. This is really when you need to be like the dominant guy in the market and really find your market share and your position. So these are 2 big ways to go. Basically, what I see with some clients where I've seen they really started small and now they're like a big SaaS. And what I see in the industry is that if you're low ticket, you're going to have to ramp up on content so big, because you're not going to be able to afford doing like much advertising and much outbound, simply because your ROI, your cost per acquisition, is going to be very high compared to like the ticket entry you can get. So if you have like a low ticket, like all those CRM marketing solution, you need to do as much as content as possible. So do like lots of YouTube video. If you got your entire team, a great example is looking at the Lemlist. If you look at the Lemlist SaaS, if they had such a great deal at doing content creation, they probably don't run much advertising. They probably don't do much cold outreach, even though that's the SaaS. But just the entire team is so obsessed with doing content creation and adding value to the market. They're able to create this massive community and onboard so many people inside of their SaaS product. So you really need to go hard on this. If you're doing high ticket, now it's going to be different. You're going to be able to afford a different type of stuff, and your acquisition channel must be like very different. Obviously, you're going to need to do content creation, but it's going to be different. Like, people is never going to do a sign up 100% by themselves without talking to you, because they've seen like one of your posts on LinkedIn. Like, let's say you offer like a software solution for VCs that is 50K MRR or like 100K per year. Like the guy's never gonna go through your website and do automatic sign up. They're gonna need to go through a discussion with you. So the best way to do this is advertising and outreach. Once again, for outreach, we've done this. We've seen some amazing results. I would recommend booking a call with us or with someone doing a cold email lead gen, simply because you can see a very high ROI, and it's not going to take you much time. Advertising, same. I would delegate this or hire someone. I think the best way is actually today work with an external agency, because it's so much more flexible than hiring your people inside your company. Especially, it's really hard to find really cold email experts, Google ad experts. There's not many of them on the market. You can find SDR, but they're more generalists. They'll do cold callings, they'll do cold outreach, so they're not really good at one specific channel. So try to work with outbound agency, cold outreach, cold advertising. Still do content creation. Is massively going to help. When people, before they're going to hop on a call with you, if they see your advertising, if they see your cold email, it's going to work so much more efficiently than if you already have a brand. Let's say they receive one of your prospecting emails, they're probably going to check your domain on the internet. They see you've been in articles. They see you've done some webinars, some podcasts. It's going to help massively. And referrals, obviously, it's still important, but it's not going to be your bread and butter. We're coming at the end of this video. Hopefully, you've gathered some good value on which acquisition channel you should use, depending on your business maturity. If you would like us to help you scale on a pay-per-call basis and really get you some ROI and get you some new clients, it would be a pleasure for us to do it. You can simply book a meeting with us using the first link inside the YouTube description. This has no commitment. It's simply a call to see if it's possible, if you're at the right stage. And worst case scenario, we'll simply direct you in the right direction and tell you, basically based on our experience, what you should be doing. If you want to check some of our case studies, we've made some videos showing you how we helped Prolong, which is a SaaS company, for whom we generated over 250K worth of new deals in only 30 days. Or we've done with another SaaS, which is in the healthcare industry, for which we generated over a bit of the same type of new deals, over 250K worth of new deals in 60 days, or how we helped Jukester, actually, SaaS PropTech industry, add 50K in monthly recurring revenue in under 6 months. Feel free to check these on my YouTube channel. They're all there. That being said, I'll see you in the next one.